I always feel so fancy when I get to put some green stuff on there because, honestly, a lot of these meals don't look amazing until you add extra stuff. Anyway, welcome to another Will It Work Recipe Wednesday. You guys getting tired of these yet? Let me know. Let me know if you want some tried and true recipes instead of the Will It Work fly by the seat of my pants. I'm going to say this is like stew. So we'll say it's tomato beef stew or beefy tomato stew, whichever way you want to say it. Let's get going. Starting off with a 1.5 pounds of chuck roast. I cut it up, salted it, let it sit at room temperature for about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to brown this over like medium-high heat with a little bit of butter. I'm not going to show that part because all I'm doing is just cooking it until it's browned on all sides. So I browned it all up, and here she comes. Thank you, my friend. I put in 1 can of no salt diced tomatoes. This is like a 14.5 ounce can. I almost said inch. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Anyway, gonna throw in some salt. Did I already say 5 tablespoons of butter? If not, 5 tablespoons butter. Pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Editing Nelly here. I just want to say one of the reasons why I don't give amounts when I'm doing salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder is if it's a recipe that I'm just trying out, I have no idea how much I'm going to add. I can't even say, oh, based on this past recipe, I will definitely add in this much. Because the thing is, so you add the butter's salted, so I don't know how much I'm going to need. So I will lowball it a bit and just add some salt. And then at the end, you can always add more. As far as the garlic powder and the onion powder, it's really going to come down to preference. And you won't know until you get to the end of the recipe whether you added too much or too little. So sometimes if I know it's a recipe that would normally have plenty of garlic and onion flavor, I will add more. But again, it's like I said, I'll lowball the spices until I get to the end and then see. Now, in this case, this was actually just the right amount. I don't want to guess and say, oh yeah, I added a 1/4 teaspoon of this or 1/2 teaspoon of that. I just sprinkle it on what looks right and then go from there. So I just wanted to say I'm sorry that I don't have specific amounts, but every family is different and you guys know for yourselves how much. If I was going to give amounts, I would say maybe start with a 1/4 teaspoon of each, and then when the recipe is completely finished, add in more if you think it needs it. You could saute the onions and garlic and put them in. I just find that using the powder is a little bit easier on my stomach, so less indigestion is always a win. I'm going to let this cook on high for about 4 hours. We'll see how it looks after that. The meat is very soft. So what I'm going to do is, you could eat it like this if you wanted to, but I've got some other plans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the meat out, let it cool a bit, and then I'm going to tear it apart just because I can't eat fat like this. This is the blobby fats, blah, no. So anyway, I'm going to pick it apart and then I'll show you guys what's next. All right, so I have picked the meat. All of this here on the side is flavor, so I'm going to go around and scrape it all off. I had thought about like kind of crushing the tomatoes up some, but I don't want to do that. I actually like it chunky. Well, I like chunky tomatoes, so I'm going to leave them as is. And then once I'm done with this fun thing that I'm doing right now, I'll show you guys what's next. So I should also let you know that I have it on low right now because all I want to do is just reheat everything. Actually, I'm going to turn it on high because I'm in a hurry. So let's see. I'm going to add some heavy cream. This is all optional. So it's maybe 1/2 cup. And then maybe a 1/4 cup of some fresh Parmesan. Give it a stir. And I'm going to let it heat through for about, I don't know. Let's see what 15 minutes gets us. This would be considered a pretty massive serving for me, so I'm actually just going to take a bite and then save the rest for my daughter. I thought I would need to add something else, like maybe a little more salt or whatever, but no, it should be good. Oh man. That is so good. Oh my word. Wow. One more bite. I, I just ate lunch like 2 hours ago, so I'm really not hungry at all. But this is extremely yummy, so I'm just gonna take one more bite. Wow. Okay. Yeah. This might be a new favorite. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.